Buenos dias. No, I'm just playing. What's up, everybody? It's your boy J-Rod. Welcome to the channel. So today's video, we're going to be talking about my 15-hour flight from hell story time. All right, so this is a very entertaining story. It wasn't entertaining going through it, but like me telling the story, it is pretty entertaining. See, I'm already laughing, and I have told this story to other people already. But yeah, so we're just gonna get straight into it. All right, but you already know the drill. Hit that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up. All right, let's go. All right, so it all started when I was leaving Doha, Qatar. And for those who don't know where Doha is, because I get people that say that all the time, they be like, where the hell is Doha? Doha is actually right next to Dubai, so they're neighbors. So they right in that little Middle Eastern region. And by the way, for the people who have never been to Qatar, that is probably like one of the most beautiful countries I've ever been to, specifically Doha, the city. It looks like something out of a movie, okay? Like a utopian science fiction movie. Like all the buildings just look immaculate. So if you do ever go to the Middle East, you definitely got to check out Doha, Qatar. That place is amazing. All right, so moving right along, we're boarding the plane and we're going from Qatar all the way back to Atlanta. 15-hour flight, bro. I don't like being on a plane that long. I'm a tall dude, so I got to stretch my legs. Like, I don't know, like, just being on a plane for 15 hours, that's not fun to me. I don't really like being in a confined space for more than 8 hours. Like, even on road trips, if I'm in a car for, like, too long, I just start feeling like, you know, like, I just be wanting to get out. But anyway, so yeah, 15-hour flight. And for those who don't know, Qatar Airways is a really good airline. I think they were voted, like, the #1 airline in the world this year or something like that. And I just happened to book with them. It's a really nice airline. By the way, this story was actually very recent. It just happened a couple of months ago. All right, so we board in the plane, and this plane is huge, okay? So it's 343. What that means is it's 3 seats on the left, 4 seats in the middle, and then 3 seats on the right. All right, so I'm sitting in the middle aisle seat. Okay, so I drew this out. Okay, so you see that? 3, 4, 3. All right, and then these are the aisles. I'm sitting right here in the middle, but I'm like next to the aisle, all right? All right, so down the aisle comes these 2 Indian girls, and they probably like around 18, 19, real young. But anyways, they sit in the seats next to me, not on my row, but like, you know how I told you it was 343? So they sit in the seats to my right. Then behind them is like this really, really big, overweight white man. And he looks old. He's probably like in his late 60s. But he's coming behind them, and he sits down in the seat right next to them. So I can actually show you. So I'm sitting right here. All right, so the 2 girls are sitting in these 2 seats, and then the man is sitting right here. And the best way to describe his attire, it just looked some country ass shit, like Make America Great Again country. Like that's how he looked. He had on like these baggy jeans and like this green highlighter shirt. And I think he had on like a hunting type of hat. But he just looked like he came out of like the backwoods of North Carolina or somewhere, just like real country. It was just funny to me because we're in this fancy ass city, Doha. And he walking around in his hunting clothes, like he ready to go find a deer or something. All right, so anyways, we in the cabin, we done took off already, we up in the air. And out of nowhere, I just get a strong ass whiff that just came across my nostrils, okay? And so the best way to describe this smell, it kind of just smelled like ass. Like, it was just this really strong, acidic, funky ass smell. Like somebody like literally shitted on themselves and they never changed their clothes. So I'm looking around behind me to see like, did somebody change a diaper? Like, you know, is it a baby on board? Like, and I see this man, he's sitting next to me. And I'm like, ain't no way, bro. Like, I know it ain't this dude, bro. Like, I'm like, ain't no way, dog. Like, I'm on this 15-hour flight. Like, nah, bro. Hell nah. Like, this can't be this man sitting next to me, bro. And so then I look over to my right, and I see them 2 Indian girls that are sitting next to him, and they're speaking in Hindi. I don't know what they're saying. I can see them, like, complaining about something. Like, you can obviously tell by their body language, like they was uncomfortable. I was like, bro, I know they smell this shit. Cause if I'm sitting right there, like I know they can smell it. And the man, he's just sitting there like nothing's going on, just like it's just a normal day in the air, like, you know? All right, so then the flight attendants, they come out with their first rotation when they're doing meal service. So they're bringing down the carts. So they like handing out food and snacks. Y'all, I couldn't even eat the food, bro. That's how bad the smell was. It was like every time I tried to take a bite of my curry, that funky ass smell from that man, it would like get into my mouth. Like, you know when you can like taste a smell, like that's what it was. Every time I tried to take a bite, I could smell it. I was like, bro, I cannot eat this. Oh, but wait, it gets better, all right? So the girls that are sitting next to him, the two Indian girls, one of them has to go to the bathroom. So everybody got to stand up. And so the man has to stand up. And I'm sitting right next to the aisle. So when the man stands up, he turns his ass towards my face. Y'all, the man put his ass in my face. I was just like, bro, my God, please. I was like, oh, shit. I was so fucking mad, bro. Bro, he put his ass all in my fucking face. And so, like, bro, I had a cover. So I threw the cover over my head and I was like dying. Bro, like that's how bad the smell was, dog. And like I had tears running down my eyes. I'm not exaggerating. I was like, bro, you done turned your shitty ass towards my face. I was like, what the? Bro, and what makes it worse is I had the mask on. Like I had my mask on and I could still smell it. Like that's how bad it was that I could smell it through the mask. So I made a strategy where I just put the blanket over my head and I took the mask off so I can breathe for a couple of seconds. So I kept doing that. Like I would like periodically put the blanket over my head and then I'll take my mask off and kind of breathe a little bit. Because if I didn't have that mask on, I probably would have passed out, bro. That's how bad the smell. Like when I say this shit was strong and my eyes was burning, like it was really burning badly. All right, so it's the same thing again. The girl, she comes back from the bathroom and then everybody has to stand up and the man, he stands up and he turns towards me and I'm like this, don't touch me. All right, so at this point, everybody in the area knows it's coming from this man. Because in the beginning, it was kind of like a mystery. People's like, bro, like, what does that smell? But like, you know, people's kind of whispering around, but now everybody knows it's definitely coming from that man. So the girl gets up again and, you know, I had to do my little lean, you know, trying not to get him to touch me. But one of the Indian girls, she goes to tell the parents to complain about the smell. They like a couple of rows back. All right, so here come the mama. She coming down the aisle with some mint leaves, bro. I cannot make this up, dog. I cannot make this up. She had it in a Ziploc bag, some mint leaves. Bro, and it was funny when I told this story to one of my friends. It was like, bro, Indian mamas always got everything, dog. Like, they always got everything. It was like, you need something, they always gonna have it on lock. So the girl passing out mint leaves to her daughter, and I'm sitting here like, I'm tempted. I'm like, yo, you gonna pass me one too? Like, shit. Like, I'm sitting right here. But, you know, I was scared to ask her because I didn't know she spoke English. And, bro, so I see the two Indian sisters. They leaned over and they sniffing them leaves. They're like they just... Wait. All right, I'm done. Like... Bro, they sniffed them leaves so damn hard. I'm like, shit, like, they dying, dog. And a man just sitting there. He just sitting there. He acting like nothing going on. I'm like, bro, I know you fucking smell this shit, dog. I know you smell this shit, bro. The girls were so fed up with the smell that they actually switched seats with their parents. So the parents ended up taking their seats, and the girls went to sit where the parents were. So now it's the dad and the mom. They sitting where the two girls were. And they're like, all right, like, we'll sit down. Like, we can handle it. I'm like, no, you can't. No, you can't. Tell me why 5 minutes later, the dad... And like, I'm over here trying not to laugh because I'm like, bruh. And he's sitting in the middle seat. And then the Indian mama, she looking like, bruh, what the fuck? Like, so they dying. And they see what the girls was talking about. And now the flight attendants, they coming around with their second rotation with the cart. And of course, I don't eat the food because I told you I cannot eat the food. Like, that's how bad the smell is. All right, so Stinky Man, he finally gets up and goes to the bathroom. And I'm like, yes, I get a break. Like, I don't have to smell it no more. I look over to the seat and I start talking to the dad, the Indian guy. I'm like, bro, you smell this shit? And he's like, yes. And he spoke English, so he knew what I was saying. He's like, man, I'm about to tell a flight attendant. So the flight attendants, they coming by. And the dad, he explains to the flight attendant, he's like, man, like, it's a dude on here. He smell real bad. Like, can we move our seats? And so they was like, well, first we got to check and see if we got any seats available in the cabin for y'all to move around and all this stuff. So it's like 3 flight attendants. They like in the center, like gathering right there. And so they were like, we'll be back. Bruh, the man comes back and he got fucking tissue stuffed in the back of his pants, bro. Like tissue just like stuffed in the back of his pants. And then he sits down. I'm like, what? I'm like, what? Like this dude got tissue like stuck in the back of his pants. I'm like, what the fuck? And so then he sits down. The flight attendant, she walked by. Let me tell you something about Qatar Airways, dog. When I say their professionalism is on 1,000, like they never broke character. They stayed professional the whole time. I'm like, I know y'all smell this. Like y'all acting like it's normal. But she coming down the cabinet with some air spray. She's spraying it down the cabin. I'm like, how the hell y'all can you even bring that on the plane? She coming down the cabin with some air spray freshener, like, just like spraying it down the aisles. And I'm like, that's not making it any better. It's almost like a middle schooler that get like some Axe spray and they coming from gym class and they just spray their body, but they never take a shower. Like, it's just making it more funky. I was like, bruh, she done made it 1,000 times worse. Y'all, so this time the man, he gets up and goes to the bathroom again, but it gets even worse. All those stuffed tissues that he had in the back of his pants, when he stood up, brown. Just soaking wet brown juices coming out of the back of his pants, and they getting all over the fucking seat, bro. Bro, all his doodle juice is like all over the fucking seat. And then hanging out the back of his pants, he got that brown shitty tissue just soaked and just like flinging all over the place. All right, so the stinky man, he goes to the bathroom again. And then here comes this old elderly Indian lady. Like she walking down the aisle, very frail, just an old woman. Okay, and you know, old people, they can't stand that long. She waiting for the bathroom. So she decides to sit in the seat where the stinky man was sitting. So she sat her ass in that puddle. And I was trying to tell her, I was like, no. But she didn't understand me. She don't speak English. So she sat in the seat. I'm like, oh, man. I'm like, bruh, this is bad. So now we're at the part of the story where I call this a double whammy. So the man coming out the bathroom, and then the old lady, she stand up because she was sitting in that puddle. So now she put her shitty ass in my face. And now she got to cross paths with the man. And now he put his shitty ass in my face. I'm like, bruh. That is what you call a double whammy. Okay, so I got it 2 times in a row. So the man, he comes back and I notice he got a brown ass puddle on the back of his jeans. And then he got a brown stain on the back of his shirt. And then he still got a little bit of tissue paper coming out the back of his pants. So the man, he goes to the bathroom one more time. And then I see 3 flight attendants, they coming down the aisle. And then they start talking to the couple, the mom and the dad. And so they said like, yeah, we found a seat for y'all can move. And the other 2 flight attendants, they come to me, it was a guy and a girl. And they said like, sir, is there anything that you need? Like, are you okay? Do you need to move? I know some complaints about the smell. And like, do you need anything to feel better accommodated? Do you need to change seats? Do you need to move? I was like, yes. I was like, you could put me where y'all store the luggage. I was like, I can't sit here no more. And then it was like, all right, follow me. So I'm thinking they finna send me to the back. They sit your boy up in the front. So they moved me up to first class. So they was like, we got a seat open in first class. Like, you can have it. I'm like, thank you, man. So I was like, thank you. Like, I love y'all. Like, I can give y'all a hug right now. So they put me in first class and I was chilling for the rest of the flight. You know, this is Qatar Airways first class. So I'm living good, y'all. When I finally got back home to the States, the smell was so bad from that flight. I couldn't even eat my food, bro. Like, I still couldn't eat food because like that's just how bad it was. And also too, my eyes, they were still burning because it's like when you exposed to a strong smell for that long, like that stuff, it affects your eyes and your nostrils. So yeah, it was like that for a long time. It took a couple of hours for that stuff to wear off. But yeah, that's the end of the story. My crazy 15-hour flight from hell. I hope y'all guys enjoyed it. It's funny telling it now, but living it, hell fucking no. But yeah, I don't know what happened with that man. I don't know if he had a bad case of diarrhea or whatever, but it just was weird because he was just acting like nothing was going on. And so I don't know what was going on in that situation. But shout out to Qatar Airways for keeping their professionalism because ain't no way. But yeah, y'all already know what to do. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Catch you in the next video. All right, peace.